Okay, by the way, Neil.
Yes.
We are live.
We're live right now.
Yes, we are.
Santa Cruz Way's Facebook page. Yeah, with our very first guest of all the our favorite radio shows. He was our first guest.
This guy right here.
Yeah, Mr. Bob Pearson, and we all guessed. Did you guess his pants color tonight?
I've said yellow twice, and he didn't show up in yellow, so I gave up on yellow.
Right.
Tonight he shows up in yellow.
I got you, liar.
You know what though? He was just in Vegas, and he sported the red pants.
I did.
Yeah.
I took him on the road.
Took him on the road, dude.
It was all good.
The
wasn't
red
it?
That was
pants.
awesome. Actually, listen to this. In my entire life, I've never gotten complimented one time on how I dressed. I got 7 compliments in one night.
From
How's
girls?
that
Are they from girls?
So my wife's like, dude, you might want to start dressing up.
I got some big news going down right now.
Okay, we're
I
ready.
just heard from Guy Kawasaki that he's going to leave 38th Avenue and surf beer cans.
Hold it! Is that our introduction to our guest tonight?
He's out of there.
So Guy is our guest tonight. Okay, Guy.
I'm going to be sponsored by Palapas.
The Asian Surf Club is moving down the road.
Hey Neil, before we even move a second further,
Go ahead.
introduce our guest.
Our guest tonight is the legendary, the one and only, my good
Pearson.
friend, Bob Pearson. Who's the guy on the end? Who's
The guy on the end?
Who's the dude on the end? I don't know.
Introduce the guy on the end.
Yeah. He's the guard. Yeah. Mr. Guy Kawasaki in the house. Who said when I asked him on 2 weeks ago, love to come back. Yeah, anytime, Neil, anytime. I'm like, really?
There is Mr. Guy Kawasaki.
Yep.
It's a privilege and an honor.
There he is
Yeah,
right there.
originally
Welcome
from,
back, Guy. By the way, currently, Guy Kawasaki, there are red hearts flowing up
yeah?
the screen right now. Yes.
It's because of my red pants.
You have a huge fan club. Neil, a bio on Guy?
I forgot.
You forgot?
But you know,
Can we try to ask
no,
Guy?
the thing with Guy, the thing that's important to me with Guy is I got to go meet Leon Panetta, interview Leon Panetta together. Well, he did, and I filmed it.
Yeah.
And Jane Goodall.
Yeah.
And Jane Goodall.
You know,
So-
and let me tell you something. I have I keep thinking this baseball I have, which is the World Series baseball, signed by Jane Goodall. That's gonna be worth some dough,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Guy, you want to buy it?
So,
Yes.
Hi, Guy.
Hi.
Can we get a bio on you?
So
Yeah.
my bio, I am Chief Evangelist of Canva. It's an online graphics design service out of Sydney, Australia. I'm the host of the Remarkable People podcast, and I used to work for Apple. That's kind of my...
So at Apple, you did landscaping? Or
No, I
what-
was the receptionist on Banley Avenue.
Oh, that's nice.
Or
That's
Drive.
that's an upgrade from landscaper.
And I'm now an apprentice at Bob's Room. I'm shaping. No.
And so, Bob, is Guy a good customer of yours?
Yeah, a great customer, great shaper.
See?
Don't put that microphone over there.
Ghost? Is he your ghost
No,
shaper
how many-
now?
how-
What's going on? Is this something we-
How many boards have you
I can't
shaped?
say
how
that
many,
because ghost is ghost. but-
How many boards have you shaped for Guy?
Show
Do you
you a
think?
picture of him.
I did see on social media you guys had a little
Dozen
lunch date, and
Yeah.
over there at Eastside Eatery.
Right
was
here,
it?
yeah.
No. It was
Yeah, but they were
East,
drinking
what's
on-
they call it up there?
East Side Eatery.
No.
But they were drinking Arnold Palmer's. At least we.
There, that's every board Bob has made.
There we go. Yeah, right here.
Can
Every
you put
board.
that on there?
Yeah.
That's every board right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice lineup. Who's
They're all-
doing?
they're all the
and-
same.
But who's picking out the airbrushes on that?
What?
There's some colors on there.
Airbrushes,
Yeah.
all guys.
It's fabric.
Oh, it's all fabric.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, TC. I've scraped more fabric off of boards for Guy.
Oh, I did hear about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
So,
Yeah.
Bob Pearson, do we charge extra for fabric?
No,
Yeah.
because he would go buy.
Yeah.
The,
Well, actually, Guy would buy
he
the
would-
fabric. He'd go to Wahoo and get some and all over. Oh,
he would.
What?
Do I look like a tight ass who would make it cut into Bob's profit margin?
Well, so you actually go out. I want just one more time. I want to show the viewers. So all of these boards are actually fabric.
No, just two. Just the Asian ones.
Okay, so anyone who's watching, if you can pick out the 2 Asian boards in there, I don't know. But so you actually
No.
went and found the fabric.
I'll say one thing. The equipment here, and God bless him, I love him for it. Guy gave me the equipment here.
Really?
Yeah, this stuff right here is because of Guy Kawasaki.
That's because
But-
Neil taught me how to cross stitch.
No, which we're going to see your cross up here very shortly. But I scraped more rubber off his damn soft top boards than any of his friends did.
It's true.
Right?
That's true. We did.
We hacked.
When the pandemic started, I didn't have anything to do, so I took these two old Surf Techs, and we literally scraped off the
rubber off.
rubber top and we repainted them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
I was in my Bob emulation mode.
But you peeled off the top.
Scraped it, bro.
Right, bro.
It was acetone. It was
You needed
sandpaper.
I mean, it wasn't easy.
You'd be amazed
You
how
wasn't-
hard
you need to
those
put-
things
You need
are.
to put elbow grease into that whole thing to get that shit off those boards.
Some people did yoga during the pandemic, and others scraped soft tops.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I get it.
Especially he lived like quarter mile from Bob's shaping room. Go buy another damn board.
But Bob doesn't use Tough Light, right?
Don't, Bob.
No.
Use it.
Well, because where I surf, I need Tough Light.
I know, because every time you surf, you run into 12 people.
Neil, have you ever seen Guy run somebody over?
Yeah, I have on plenty of occasions. Yeah,
Was
he
it
doesn't
on
give a
purpose
shit.
or what?
Oh, he doesn't care. He used to care, like, oh, that guy, he'd be timid, and like, and now he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna run the guy over.
Well, that's because Bob repairs dings so fast.
Yeah.
That's one of Bob's favorite
Well, that's a
things
strategy. Make sure everybody
Bob,
gets out of your way.
Bob, did I tell you that story when I bought that board from you? And I love my board. Don't get me wrong. I love that thing. It's amazing.
to do. I can tell you what story this is.
What? And I dinged it the first time I took it out, and you took it back. You go, Neil, I don't do ding repair. I'm like, please, would you just please, would you do this? Yeah, okay, I'll do it just for you. So he fixes it. I pick it up. I'm driving down 45th Avenue and here.
Blew up the car.
Yeah, blew off the
Forgot
car.
no straps.
Yeah.
He's back. Can you fix it? No, he didn't come back. You didn't come back.
I didn't come
You're
back.
too embarrassed.
I didn't come back.
I'm not going to Bob after that.
Bob, like, you're such a schmuck. No, they went back.
Yeah.
Bob, how's business?
Great. Busy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
As always?
Crazy.
Making
Yeah.
boards to everybody.
Everybody, everywhere.
Yeah.
Just crazy. Shipping, receiving, orders. It's
I've
all
heard
good.
One of the best Hawaiian winters in history, possibly, and those guys frothing for boards right now?
Well, I'm sending big wave guns all over the world right now, all over, and it's going off everywhere. You know. Yeah.
I gotta ask Guy a question. So, Guy, let me ask you a question.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. So, when did you decide? When did you decide that? Because you lived over the hill, you lived in Atherton,
Yeah.
that house, that beautiful house that you had. When did you decide that you wanted to go surfing?
When?
When was that first
You mean,
time?
what year?
Yeah. When did you decide? Like, because you were like you
I'm
had the
six-
salt water behind
I'm
your ears.
67 now, so it was 7 years ago.
And do you remember the first day? And do you remember what board you were
Well,
on?
I started off like you, paddleboarding,
Oh, is that what happened?
and then I progressed, unlike you.
Progressed. Yeah, Neil.
Wow, that's cruel. That's a little cruel. You know, I've taken him paddleboarding. I've taken him paddleboarding.
Yeah, did I not do well?
You did well, but the thing that you did was you smiled.
What? Oh, you're not supposed to smile if you're a paddleboarder?
So that was the first. So paddleboarding was your start, and then you went backwards to surfing.
No, I would progress as I got more agile
Oh, you got Mirage on.
relative to you.
So have you? Oh my god!
I thought we were going to roast Guy.
He's crazy.
Good, I'm in the middle here. Huh?
It's like
I'm getting killed here.
I was like,
Oh, we're gonna roast Guy tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm going to roast Neil.
Okay. I got a question for Guy.
Yeah.
I know that you were the receptionist at Apple,
Yeah.
but in your time at Apple, and I thought about this today, if there was one thing that you're most proud about, what would it be?
At Apple or
Yeah, at Apple. Not like, besides family. Like I didn't want to like. I know your family's like number one, but because Apple's a big part of your history,
right?
and I know that you were involved there 3 times.
Twice, but
Okay, twice.
feels like 3.
Okay, so 2.5. But I just had this thought. I was like, what would be your number one thing that you're most proud of?
Probably that Macintosh enabled millions of people to be more creative and productive. Literally millions of people. Now, I had a small part in that, but I had a small part in it, as opposed to no part in it. And so yeah,
Well, and the Macintosh changed the world.
it changed the world. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm sure there was thousands of people that's there was people like the huge team involved in it.
Well, not so large. It was like under 100 people when I was there.
Really?
The Macintosh division
Right.
team. Yeah, it was small. It was a great experience. Almost as great as surfing on an Arrow.
I love that. And
That's gonna be. Once you get your checkbook out, that's gonna be your next. That's gonna be your next act.
That's why I get 2-month delivery on my boards.
and do you still talk to those people?
That's fast.
Guy, are you still talking to any of those people from those days?
A little, but I've
Moved on.
I only care about surfing and podcasting and Canva right now.
Those Apple years enabled some nice surfing.
Well,
days.
I am living proof that if you do one thing right in your career, you can coast for 40 years.
That's beautiful. That's great advice.
Yeah.
Because I know you worked your ass off during those years.
Coasting.
Right?
He's coasting.
I am coasting.
You call this coasting. You work hard.
And Bob, are you going to coast ever?
No.
I'm on a roll right now. I love it. I work
Yeah.
every day, and I look forward to it.
You've
Have a
been that
great
way
time
forever.
working. Yeah, it's work hard, surf hard.
I like that.
He just has to raise his prices.
Yeah.
Well, I think, in my opinion, all surfboards are undervalued
Valued. Right.
Yeah.
in the marketplace, and I think that Bob, a board that
Oh
you
yeah, absolutely.
and-
You get someone who's trained and learned and becomes a master of his craft, and you compare that to other industries. A surfboard master is way underpaid.
$1,000 Bob Pearson custom shaped surfboard today. What do you think that board should be priced? And you're in when you
Well,
think
it should be and can be. I mean, when 80% of the boards are getting made in Thailand, China, Vietnam, and coming over here, and the prices are way, way, way low.
Yeah, but they're not Bob Pearson boards, though.
No, they're not.
No,
No, they're not.
they're not Bob
But
boards.
not everybody wants a Bob
I
board.
tried
and
it.
it's so it really keeps the price down. And then there's a lot of people who want to shape surfboards, jump into the industry and do it. And so a lot of backyard boards that keep the prices down also.
Yeah, but you've got a reputation. You got a name. You have a name.
Yeah,
You know? Right. You
Yeah,
got that. You've earned that.
Yeah, yep.
It's a
Run
tough.
that.
It's a tough question. I've had this talk with Doug out. I was like, Doug, if you doubled your price and did half as many boards, would that be okay?
Yeah.
Because that's the same business.
Right.
And so, I haven't finished that discussion. But
Yeah.
that leads me to
Yeah.
what custom surfboards are.
If Bob doubled his price, he would do as much business.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
It would not matter.
No.
I am
Bob's
far
boards-
from keeping up.
But
It's supply and demand.
Your board should cost $200 per foot.
You're right, guy.
He's the marketing.
You're right.
He's the marketing
Yeah,
guru.
he is.
So, in my opinion, anyone who's watching this should understand that the craftsmanship, the hours of training
Yeah.
that it takes to create a surfboard of your caliber, you pay for it like you buy a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Bob, can I be
Yeah.
Bob, we're paying $5 a gallon for fucking gasoline.
Where's that? That's cheap.
Let's go, Brandon. It wasn't
We're going
me.
to talk about Merge 4 Socks because you decided
Yeah.
that local company Merge 4 Socks was.
Well,
you
these
wanted-
are not good examples because.
Yeah, but you wanted to be involved in the company.
Yes,
correct?
I invested in Merge for Socks.
Why was that? Why did you invest in that company?
Because I like Cindy,
Okay.
and
yeah,
I
we all
think
love
she
Cindy.
has the best design in socks.
Yeah.
She has the Pearson Arrow of socks.
Yeah. Do you have yours on TC?
I do. Yeah. So mine today. Actually, I'm wearing a Boardwalk.
I got the
I'm
brand new, the ones with the arrow on the
look
side.
at those.
Hang on a minute, hang on a minute.
Show me the good stuff. Okay, we're coming over. Oh yeah. Okay. Is that Bob
I hope
Pearson,
guys
the Arrow Surfboards?
I hope Guy's wearing his.
Guy, you got him on? Oh. Okay, let's check it out. Okay. Well, first off, he's got some fancy boots on.
I got plain.
Oh, I can tell by the stripes.
Oh yeah, there we go. Merge
See, look,
4.
there's
Okay.
Merge 4.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Merge 4s.
Bob, you get a pair.
Before you
I'll have to
leave.
get a pair.
We've given you pairs before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, good. We'll give you some more.
Best I ever had.
So, Guy, I did
Yeah.
not know that you are investing in Merge 4 Socks.
I am.
And
I
there's,
did.
There's so many things. So I'm really happy to hear that because there's so many things that in life you can invest in.
Local company.
Next thing you know, I'll be on Jackass 5.
You and we, man.
Guy man.
Can you piggyback Wee Man and run around?
Can we go off to the side and see your cross
I
step?
am not doing that on a non-arrow.
Oh my God!
That would violate my contract.
Bob,
I love it.
You got a board? Bob, you got a board in the van?
Got a bud.
No?
But let me see. So one of your things that you wanted to do, wanted to learn, is cross stepping on a longboard.
Yeah.
How many steps have you taken so far?
I have learned to take one step every 3 years.
Okay. And
So
what
I've been
happens?
surfing 6 years, so I can take 2 steps.
Bob, you got any advice on that?
I saw a video where you cross-stepped almost all the way to the nose.
Well, then I cut the video when I flew off.
Yeah, well, there was
He's
quick.
editing.
It all looked good, though.
Have you
belly flop?
have
It
you
looked
reached
great.
the nose yet?
Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
he did. I saw the video.
My
saw
boards
it.
from Bob are so long. It's a long way up there.
You're riding at 11.6. It's a long way to go.
You know,
I mean-
the video, it was with style, too. You know, sometimes the cross-stepping is a little weird, you know, but no, it was smooth and
Are
style.
you going to say that about my surfing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Bob Pearson says I can cross step.
Yeah.
Can't get any better than it. My life is complete. I could die driving home tonight.
Yeah,
My
you're
life would
fine.
be complete.
Your life's complete. Bob said you can cross step.
Yep.
Did you just get a new board the other day?
I ordered a board on Saturday.
What did you get? What did you decide you wanted?
Well, you know, Bob's really touchy when you call it a certain category because, you know,
What'd you call it?
I called it a glider, but then Bob went off on me saying, "What's a glider? It's whatever anybody shaper says a glider is."
What's a glider?
You know, guys come in there and they'll sit down and go, okay, yeah, I want another board. I've got this in it. I want to step up for big waves. And I go, cool.
Yeah.
And
I
I
know
learned
that-
to ask,
I know 3 of those
what
guys.
what size wave are you talking about? You know, well, 6 foot. And I go, okay. You know, I'm making boards for a lot of guys. There's 50 guys right now. We're getting boards for 50, 60, 70-foot waves. And so a big wave, it's all relative. And when someone says, well, I want a gun, you got to clarify, all right, a gun for what? What size wave, you know?
Right.
Some guys call a head high wave 6 foot. Some guys call it 3 foot. So you got to clarify. You get into semantics, you go, all right, glider, all right, what's a glider, you know? That was it.
Do you ever say to him, you don't need a new board, guy. You got all the boards you need.
That's
all the
like a
boards
drug
you
dealer
need.
saying.
Or do you
You don't need any
Ain't happening.
You're right?
no,
Or do you take his business?
You know, it's all
You take
about-
his business and go, guy, yeah, you need this one. This is what you need.
It's not about taking the business. It's all about, you know, the guy the person getting a board that is going to make them happier. You know, if something gets old, beat up, then it's time to get a new one.
Hang on a
If you
second.
can
Hold time out. He's cruising
No,
through
no.
life. He just said it. He's cruising.
Yeah?
He's
No, that's the past. The present is now where you got to keep that stoke, keep that smile on the face. You know, guys go, people. You know, they go, who's the best surfer? And it's the one who has the most fun.
Right.
Hey, who
That's the
smiles
one we
most?
can all learn from. You know, look out there, and this man right here
Well, I
has a
can
lot
narrow
of fun
that-
out
I can
there.
narrow that down.
And
Look,
so
I can narrow
you
that down.
clarify this, and
I can
we
narrow
got one
that
of the best
down
surfers
because
in the world right
I
here.
did,
So
I did throw out on the Facebook page all week long of you dropping in on me.
Oh, yeah.
And the most fun he has, it's like, yes, he has the most fun, but when he drops in on me, it's the most fun. And I know that.
I've perfected that.
You did.
Yeah.
So you know what I do now, Bob? I just poke him with I got pictures of him, I poke him with my
Yeah, you
paddle.
poke-
I've seen a few videos where he's been on a wave with some other people, and he's laughing like mad. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have his credit card and file?
You do, huh?
It's my debit card. I just need enough to eat.
Hang on.
I just need enough to eat.
And do you hide boards around the house so your wife doesn't know?
No, hang on a second. We're going to talk about...
Because I know a
Which
lot
house?
of, yeah. Just so you have a house. You have a house that you
Bag again. Clarify this. Which house?
He called me. I called me the other day. I go, I don't want to talk about. Oh, I forgot what I want to talk to you about. And you said you're on the way to LA to go shopping.
Yeah.
Right? Like, who the hell wants to go to LA first of all? And shopping, that's the worst. Does that get you some bonus points? Does that get you another board?
Coincidentally, the timing certainly worked out. I'm not saying it's causative, but
It's causative.
you're right.
Right?
I came back and I ordered a new board. And I'm going to get it in May. But
It's
Bob
timing.
didn't
You know,
say which May.
timing's everything, right?
Yeah.
Timing is everything. Yeah.
Is that what we're talking? If you order this week, we'll see it in May.
That's what I was just trying to do. the math.
2023.
Let me ask you a question about 38th Avenue. Okay, because you've been there. Your surf spot. You're the president of the 38th Avenue Surf Club and the president of the 38th Avenue Asian Surf Club.
Is that still the dirt farm?
Yeah.
No, is this
What
still
happened
dirt
to the
club?
windsock?
No. Yeah.
Somebody took down my
Yeah, but
windsock.
how many watches have you lost? How many eye watches have you lost?
I've lost
38?
about 3 watches and 3 GoPros.
Any Rolexes down there?
No, just Apple Watch. When you do bottom turn as fast as I do, the watch flies off.
But there's no like find. Can you find my watch
Not
app?
if it's in 6 feet of water.
It doesn't work. No. See, that's a new app. You could.
Yeah.
You should be working on
Has
that.
GoPro? Have they? Do you think that they've polished what they're trying to do? I see you climbing up the end of the board. You have a 12-foot arrow. You're gonna walk halfway across the frickin' shop over here and turn the damn thing on. Go back.
Yeah.
Have they perfected that yet or no?
Well, I bought about 5 or 6 GoPro remotes, and they never work. They die. The last one I bought, I thought, okay, I got a GoPro 10, I got the latest remote, this is gonna work, and it died after 2 sessions.
It did? Yeah.
So you gotta scoot up there and press the
Go
button.
scoot up
So
there.
does GoPro need to hire you right now? Is that what's going on? I'm just saying.
The GoPro, they have like the A team working on stabilization, and then they have the B team working on battery life, and they have the C team working on the remote. I wish they would perfect.
Don't
their
hold back, guy.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
I love
If you were on the
GoPro.
C team right now, you're looking going, oh shit.
If I worked for GoPro, I'd be emailing somebody right now. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, listen.
Now you're making me feel bad.
No, hey.
So surfing to you means what? I mean, 7 years ago you didn't surf. Now you surf. I mean, what?
It's changed my life.
Right.
Yeah. It's an
Because
obsession.
you can do it with the family. You can do it with the family,
It's
right?
it's the most fun you can have legally.
Right. It's free.
Not if you buy it from Bob.
There's a contradiction here.
Especially
There's a
when
contradiction
he
there,
just
too.
doubled the price of your boards too.
So this new board,
Yeah.
right, that you're making for him.
Yeah.
That we're suggesting to you that you need. He just suggested to you $200 a foot.
Yeah.
How much are you going to be? How much is that new board going to be?
Well, that's between him and me. He's going to get a deal, though.
He's getting a deal.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to wait long. You can good, fast, or cheap. Pick 2.
Yeah. A lot quicker than Mr. Andrini.
Well, that's a whole nother story. Yeah.
So TC,
Yeah.
you got any questions for Guy?
I actually do. So,
You do?
well, it has nothing to do with those fancy boots you wore tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
as far as surfing goes right now,
yeah.
what's your the aspirations? You've conquered 38th Avenue.
I don't know.
And
about
no, he told me
We're-
tonight.
we're heading down to the beaches.
He told me tonight we're going down to Beer Can.
Okay, you're going down the beer can, but
I didn't even know about beer can until a week ago.
do you ever look out there and you're like, I'm not paddling out today?
Oh yeah.
Or is there moments where you say, I wish I
he
could
knows
paddle out today?
He knows his
Well,
limitations.
when I see a south swell and it's just littered with shortboarders, I view that as God telling me to stay on the bench.
And
No,
walk
he
up.
knows. I think I've known him long enough, surfing long enough, where he knows his limitations. Like, I'm not coming out there.
Well, I mean, because you're so stoked, and I wish that everybody.
Well,
was,
I go
was
to
as
Cowles
stoked
on
as you.
those days.
Well, and that's the beauty of Santa Cruz and our
Right.
bay is that it's always smaller somewhere,
There's
right?
always a break for a kook.
But your aspirations do you aspire to like conquer a double overhead?
No, if I can do like a overhead, I'd be happy. Some people claim they see me on overhead wave.
I've never seen him over
Well, how tall are you?
Well, depending on how far I've been down.
Now I know.
I mean, overhead for Bob, 6 feet.
TC, he has a. I think he still has it. He has a list for everyone who surfed on 38th Avenue. You still have that list,
Yeah, because I
names?
can't remember people's names.
right? But how do you see? So if you put down Fred on a list, how do you know who
No,
Fred
I
is?
put like for you when I first met you, I put Neil, paddleboarder,
Okay.
old.
No
To remember
wetsuit.
the names, huh?
Old, no wetsuit.
Oh no, wetsuit.
And like long-haired Lee only goes left.
Yeah,
That's
long-haired
Lee.
Right,
Right.
right.
Yeah,
right.
Lee's awesome.
Lee's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Where's the
call-
ballet?
but
where
you
was the-
call-
what-
but you
what
call
happened to
lead
the ballet
long hair.
teacher that she was out there every time?
I don't know what happened.
She disappeared.
She disappeared.
Anyway, I guess.
She went to beer can.
She went to beer cans.
So I'm curious. Someone stole the wind sock?
Yeah, there's some people who have this mentality like, if we put a windsock out there, people on Surfline are going to see the sock. They're going to know it's good, so they're going to come out. It's going to be more crowded. So let's take down the sock because
There's a camera on the wave.
because we're natives and nobody else should surf in this ocean because we own the ocean.
Yeah, people are a little weird like
Yeah,
that.
it's very
Like that.
Bob, you see a problem with the
natives for
windsock?
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a windsock problem? No. Okay. That's what I.
Why
thought.
would there be? Man?
I don't know.
It's information that you use to.
But Neil and I, we had this idea that we'll put a windsock up there and we'll put wire in it so it looks like it's always
Always on
just
the
blowing
side.
Howling,
offshore,
yeah.
and people won't go out.
So we need a fan.
It's howling.
A fan to blow in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just put wire. Make
Right.
it, you know,
It's howling out
always
there.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. That's a good idea.
That was a good idea. I thought so.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Bob, business is cranking. This year we didn't really have the giant swells. It seems like a couple of days,
Last week was
Yeah.
pretty good.
but a couple up the coast, couple days. You know, like
Yeah, Mavs break a few times, but it seems like we don't have the winter storms aren't coming. You know, that bring the big waves. You know,
Right.
We've had a few, but that's been it.
until
But we've had fun waves, fun.
right.
Yeah.
But you made a lot of boards that people are probably frothing over
Oh yeah.
to have
Oh,
a
yeah.
major swell come.
Yeah. I still got a factory full of guns right now in the process.
Huh.
You know. Yeah. Yeah.
Guy has one of those
Guy,
too.
would you ever order a gun, Guy? Do you think you'd want to try a gun one of these days, like a high performance?
Well, if Bob would loan me one, I would try one. But it's like, what kind of asshole's gonna go to 38 2-foot wave on a gun? Like, I am not that stupid.
I've seen 38th going off big, so.
Yeah, drain pipe, south swell, you bombing down the line on a gun. Oh my God, that
He'd
would
love
be-
it.
Huh?
He'd love
The
it.
only way
Love
that's
it.
happening is Photoshop, man.
You know, in '86 we had a gigantic west. It was Hawaii 10 feet out there. It was insane. You probably have to remember that. Steve Price got a wave out there. It was insane. And then there was the Yeah Now contest.
Yeah.
That Richie got the wave, the longest wave I've ever seen. That's in April.
Schmidt?
And it was massive. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
a massive swell in April. And I remember there was a giant pile of broken arrows after that contest. I felt so
The
bad
Yeah
for
Now
you.
contest was one of the best contests ever. That was so cool. Kevin Canty, that was
Oh,
so cool.
Kevin Canty put on the best contest ever. But that one particular contest, because you didn't wear a leash in these contests. And the
yeah?
swell was massive. Hawaiian 10-foot Pleasure Point swell. But it had a lot of west in it. And I remember at that time, Bob, you had a big team.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing like 6 broken arrows in a
How do you
pile.
get out when that happens?
You paddle really hard.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and you start at Rockview.
Are you on the team? Are you on the Arrow team? Do you think?
No, actually, Bob pays me to not
Not to
surf
be
an
on the-
arrow.
Of course he's on the team.
Who's your nemesis out there? Right? Who's your nemesis out there at 38?
We don't want to name names. You know who they are.
you have a nemesis out
Oh,
there?
yeah.
No, I mean, there's some people who, if they're so good, they should go to first or second, first of all, right?
Well, yes.
And then they catch the wave at the peak and they go all the way across the face to drain pipes, pissed off at anybody else who gets on
That's
the
true.
wave.
Uh-huh. Angry.
Bizarre. They're
Right.
angry people.
Angry people.
Yeah.
I always say, if you're pissed off at the kiddies in the kiddie pool,
Yeah.
go swim in the deep end.
Well, okay, go.
You know?
do that
That's
shit
right.
at second.
Yeah,
Go
like
for
that's
it.
my theory on it. There's a couple of people who surf the hook a lot,
Yeah.
and they love to be aggressive and like,
Yep.
I've been here 20 years, 30 years, F you. It's like, go to the deep end. Yeah.
You know, those guys are everywhere.
Go surf with
you
Marcel.
know, and-
Go surf with Marcel.
No, that's
Bob,
a wave
give a
ball.
solution to
That's
that
a wave
problem.
ball.
He's the king.
You know, you got the approach is just don't let it bother you. Just laugh at them.
Yeah.
They're out there, and you know they are their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
And usually those guys phase out soon. You know, they'll surf for 10, 15, 20 years. They're gone.
Yeah. Well, they can't afford to live here. After
Nobody
a
likes
while.
them.
The other day, this guy, he's trying to act all cool. He says, yeah, maybe I'll go out there to Second Point. Second point? You mean second P? Second
Yeah, but people like that. People like to sit there and say that, but they never go anywhere. They sit right there. But I'm taking him to Beer Can. Hidden Beach,
I'd like to go.
platforms,
I'd like to
Mesa.
go. I'd like to
We're
go.
going to the beaches.
I'd like to go.
He's going to go. Oh,
I'll
my
never
God.
go left though. But I'll go.
You won't go left?
I'll take the right-handers.
You take a right hander. Yeah.
You should ask Bob about Kyla. Kyla is doing so well.
She's doing good.
Tell
Well, every time she comes on, every time we talk about it, she's a
Tell the world
success
about
story.
Kyla.
But what's going on with Kyla right now?
You know, we were out to lunch the other day, and guy goes,
You have an Arnold Palmer.
yeah, and says, "Kinda, you're an overachiever." And here's an overachiever talking to overachiever. That was an impressive statement, guy. You know, that was cool.
He's trying to get a discount on the porter price.
I'm trying to get him moved up to
It
labor.
works. It works. He's smart. He knows how to play the game. Man. Kind of just graduated from UCSC, San Diego.
Yeah.
And then she went on a master's, got her master's at Scripps down there.
Yeah.
And down there she discovered
This is good.
This
is good. This is good. It's coming.
a new
This is good.
animal.
She discovered a new animal?
Yeah, and she named it Bob Pearson.
No.
Did the DNA was there's a whole new thing. It was a worm. It was a
worm.
it was a new thing. She named it Bob Pearson. Bob Pearson I. And it's amazing. And you know, she's under the electron microscope and did the DNA, did this whole thing, a whole new species,
a
a
new
whole new
discovery.
thing. Yeah, you'd name it. So she named it. And,
That reminds me of the shark guy.
Does it have a mustache?
Yeah.
it has these things that kind of look like.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a crazy
That's
looking.
very cool.
It's a crazy looking worm. It's from 2 miles deep at Tonga.
Something like that.
So,
Tonga at a yeah.
so what I think you should do on Guy's new board, don't put the Arrow logo on
the
there.
worm?
Put the worm on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Special
the worm.
limited edition.
You might want to put shaped by and then whatever worm.
worm.
The worm name.
Shape,
It's
shape,
a cool looking worm.
shape for the worm.
It is a cool.
I'm gonna call you.
Kata's right now a teacher, TA up at UCSC chemistry.
Wow, congrats, Bob.
Stoked. She
Yeah.
moved in a nice house with Pat, and
Wow.
he just got a job as a fireman. It's life's good.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's awesome.
Kids doing
Yeah.
good.
That is,
Your kids doing good?
Thanks,
Kids
guy.
are doing good.
Your kids are doing good. That's good to hear. Yeah, you got a nice family. Most of all, I'm proud of him for in knowing him as his family. Yeah, no,
Not my cross stepping.
your cross-stepping stinks.
well,
Family's awesome.
as we all
Well, it's better
know,
than reverse.
as we all know, family's number one. You
Yeah.
know, it really is, and that's
Cross-stepping
why
is
what
number
we
two.
do what we do is we do it for our family. You know, I think honestly. So.
I'd always look back because we went down and you interviewed Leon Panetta, which was very cool. That was a cool interview, and Jane Goodall. So
And so, Guy, let's blow up your podcast.
yeah.
So it's called Remarkable People, and I interview remarkable people like Jane Goodall, Leon Panetta, Steve Wozniak,
Bob Pearson.
Margaret Atwood. You want to be on the podcast?
He laughed.
You want to be on the podcast?
That was a good
I guess
joke.
We shouldn't have Bob.
Okay, by the way, remember we talked about doubling the price? It's a good time to do that.
Here's your guest.
Your podcast is everywhere?
Yeah.
That podcast?
It's
can be
even on
listened to?
Spotify.
All right.
But I don't talk about vaccination.
And so, who's next coming up on Remarkable
Let's see. Tomorrow I'm interviewing Josh Peck. Josh Peck, Drake and Josh. You remember that series?
Drake and Josh, I heard that. Yeah.
It's a TV series. So it's him.
Yep.
And it's every week.
People? And that's
Did your equipment look like my equipment that you gave to me? Is it more professional?
Yes.
Yes. I thought maybe it would be.
That's a waste.
I could imagine.
This is a wave storm, and you got the Arrow.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
this is a
This
wave.
is our shit.
So if you're podcasting, this is a wave storm right here.
This is the wave storm.
Yeah.
And he's got the Arrow.
it.
Yep.
Well, Guy, thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
Oh, it's over?
I don't know.
How many podcasts have you done?
125.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And those are all on Spotify,
Spotify, everywhere.
iTunes,
Amazon,
everywhere you
iTunes,
can,
everywhere.
you can go.
Are you going back to before you were doing public speaking all over the world? Are you
Yeah.
going to go now? This supposedly with the COVID being diminishing,
Yeah.
are you going back out on the road?
No.
No.
I've caught the airplane 3 times in the last 2 years. I mean, 3 legs, not 3 trips. And if I never get on an airplane again,
You're
it'll be
fine.
fine with me.
Yeah.
So I turn all that down.
I remember a few years back, I'd call you and you're in this country. I'd call you a day later, you're in this country.
Yeah.
Call a day later, you're in this country. You were flying a lot.
I was scouting for the WSL. No, I hate flying.
Yeah.
It's not the act of flying. I hate being away.
From the family.
From the
and-
family and from 38.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like it
Really,
when you're.
seriously.
We like it when you're away.
Hey, you don't get dings, huh?
You know. Because I go, shit, I'm lonely on this way. For Christ's sake,
I'm all by myself.
I'm lonely.
Oh,
Your
my
turning
God.
has improved a lot
My
since I
turning?
started surfing.
I
'cause you
keep
gotta
out of your
avoid
way.
me.
I just saw some people were commenting that they really enjoyed the show tonight.
Wow.
They did.
Yeah, so I just saw a couple comments.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob.
Bob, how many more boards will you have the patience to shape for him?
Oh,
As many as he wants.
As long as, you have his, as long as
Absolutely.
you have his credit card on file.
say that again.
As many as he wants.
You like that?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Bob, we always, when you've been on the show, I always love to say this. Anyone can come to you and say, Bob, I want to make a magic board, and you will bring them in, discuss it,
I know.
shape it for them, and have it done in 2 months. But that still exists, and
months?
anyone can
You
do
know,
that.
You know, I-
one of the reasons I love making boards, it's the hunt. It's the energy into trying to make a better mousetrap and working with the guy, and bringing out, making him come to terms with what he wants. This can make him happier.
Right.
And you do this, and you put a lot of energy in it. Next thing you know, this guy gets aboard, and he's all stoked and happy, and he's fired up, and that stoke is contagious. You know,
Yeah.
so it's all good.
So you have this new sign at your front door which says closed, right? How many people give a fuck?
It's only on the
very
weekend.
They
few.
just duck
You
under
know
it.
what? Very few. They all duck
How
under
many
it.
people go, oh,
But
he's
they do hesitate, and so when they come see me, it's not like bowling in, going, "Hey, I'm here, talk to me."
They see your
It's,
van out there.
Can you talk to me right now? And
Oh,
it works.
It works.
It works.
It
yeah.
changed the vibe.
It does.
Changed
Because
the
really,
vibe.
It's
it-
close,
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know that. So that little piece of wire
Charge
with the
'em
closed
more.
sign on.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
$250 a foot.
It calms people down a bit, you know, and yeah.
It slows them down.
I'll be in there working. I've got my earphones
Yeah.
on, the shaper. I'm like this, and I'm shaping. All of a sudden, hey! Look at this guy's. Hey, I want to order a board right now, and I'm busy
Are
shaping.
you kidding me? They just show up like that?
Oh
I do.
yeah, and they want to order right now.
No.
Yeah,
They want
yeah.
to stop?
No, I usually don't. I used to. I don't anymore. I go, hey, we're going to have to come
But
back.
They
Guy,
would
what are you
make
gonna
you
do?
stop
Guy,
while
what are you gonna
you're
do? Is you walk in with a $100 bill in your hand.
That's not.
That's
That's not even a fee.
$500 bills.
You know, that doesn't work.
That's the leash.
That's the lead.
That's a leash plug.
A girl came in the other day, and I told her how long it would take. It'd take a couple months. She goes, I'll give you another $100 or $200 if you can run out sooner.
You
And I
said,
looked-
yeah,
and
okay.
I said, thanks, but that means I'm going to be putting it in front of someone else's board, some other friend of mine, and I can't do that. I just can't do it.
But you can put friends boards in front of people.
No.
We're all waiting for the answer.
You went awfully
Not
quiet.
even for Guy Kawasaki.
You went awfully
And
quiet.
you know what,
Where
Bob?
are you going, guy?
What I love about that is that makes everybody equal.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I think that's
Yeah.
important in the eyes of even Guy Kawasaki.
I just want to be more equal, man.
And if somebody,
Guy, you are more equal. You are more equal.
with the close sign, Bob, that means what's the best way for somebody to reach out to you and order a
Well,
board?
just come on in, walk into the close sign. And, by phone, email. It's, yeah. Set an appointment. I do appointments.
Do
Appointments
you,
usually
how
take.
about, hey, I'm a friend of Guy Kawasaki. He sent me here.
And also, one more thing I want to say is, how rad is it to see Flea on Arrows? You know, it's
Flea, I grew up with his dad. And Flea started riding my boards when he was a little kid with his brother Troy. Mm-hmm. And it was great then. It's great now.
Yeah.
And he's a special person. You know, that fame thing I try to ignore. It's who Flea is. I love
Right.
Flea for who he is.
Right.
right.
And I mean, the person he is today is
way different.
He's an incredible person today. He's a great person today, as he was years ago.
Right.
But I really enjoy him as a person and spending time with him and like that. So it's a great thing.
I feel like he's so thankful to be a part of Arrow Surfboards today. Where in the past it just was kind of a given. Today I feel like he respects it and appreciates it and is proud to be a part of
I
it.
think
you
he
know?
respects everything these days.
Good point,
You know,
yeah.
everything. You know, life Yeah.
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 So I'm proud. I'm happy to see
Yeah.
every time he posts anything or social media anything about his surfboards. I'm always so happy to see. It's like you guys are kind of meant for each other, and it's good to see the bands together. You know.
Did you know you took over someone's place tonight? That someone else was supposed to be in that seat.
Is that Fleet?
No. Congressman Jimmy Panetta.
Really?
You're
Yeah.
here in his
Well,
seat.
you're very prestigious, Bob.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
very
so we were like, who
prestigious.
can we have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You replaced Jimmy.
Jimmy had to leave because there's a war. So you know,
Jimmy,
we were like, okay, we understand.
He has a board on order.
Yeah,
too.
he does.
No, seriously?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I want to thank the sponsors of the show.
Okay.
And you can check all those guys out on allthreatradio.com. We're also on Spotify, YouTube. This can be on YouTube. The show will be on YouTube in about an hour.
Very nice. Very nice.
Till Friday night, Century Tribe reggae band.
The Saturday night or Friday night?
No, that's Friday night. Century Tribe reggae band here,
Okay.
and Saturday night, Beach Cowboys down there at the Capitola.
Awesome.
We're going,
Is
guy.
that cool with you?
That's great.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah, great stuff.
All right.
Guy?
And I just want to thank Bob for all the great boards that he has made for me. Changed my life. Neil, you changed my life too.
I didn't change your life.
Yeah, you helped me understand 38th. And also the GoPro, man, you should see the videos we're producing. GoPro, you would be proud, man.
Yeah. Guy, I look back at some of the photos you and I have of me poking you with the damn thing and you pushing me off a wave and all
Just
this
priceless.
Stuff. It's priceless.
But
All you gotta do
I'm
is look on
sorry.
social media.
Battles.
I'm sorry I criticized your remote, but please fix your remote GoPro. That would just.
Hey, get to the B team or the A team. The A team needs to work on the remote.
You should send them a bill for that information you
It's
just
stupid.
said.
You guys
You
are
had
you and
positive
John.
things to say about GoPro.
Huh?
You had very positive
I
things
love
about say GoPro.
the stabilization of the
There it
GoPro
is.
10
The
is
best.
amazing.
But you can't turn it on or off.
Well, I have to get a shorter board because it's so far away.
No longer arm.
Can the remote-
Okay, GoPro, that's your plug.
A wrist mounted remote?
Doesn't work.
maybe?
It doesn't.
Doesn't?
It leaks water. I don't know what it does. It's probably my fault.
Probably.
We'll work on
Probably.
that.
Yeah. Thanks,
Guy.
Guy. Coming
Yeah.
on
It
the
doesn't
show.
get any better than this.
No,
huh?
it doesn't get any better than this.
No.
It's a lot of fun. A lot
Yeah.
of stories to be told. Good times.
Okay.
I love Guy. You smile constantly.
Yeah.
I'm a happy guy, man.
You are a happy guy.
Cruising.
And he's cruising
By
through
the way,
it.
March
Yeah.
25th,
Imagine on
March
May 2nd
25th,
how happy
Jimmy
I
will be here.
Jimmy Panetta's coming back.
So if Guy, you want to come back, Jimmy's here.
When?
You're welcome to. Yeah, March 25th.
We can talk about his crazy,
Jimmy will be
crazy
back.
By then,
life.
I'll have my new board.
No, you won't.
No, he'll be shaped. He'll be shaped. Yeah.
Exactly.
The blank won't even be ordered.
No. That'll be in May.
Bob Pearson, you are a legend.
And we love him.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You are such an asset to this community, to the surf culture of Santa Cruz.
Yep.
And I just feel like you're
Love
a
and
gift.
respect.
Wow,
You're
unreal.
a gift.
Thanks, man.
Love and
Yeah.
respect.
You know,
Love
you
and
guys
respect.
wear these smiles and
Have fun.
count me in, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's fun.
Well,
It's a good time.
It's great to see you here tonight, and your success is our community's success.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
All
And
right.
Neil, thank you so much.
See you Friday.
Thank you everybody for tuning in on another Off the Lip radio show right here from beautiful Santa Cruz Boardroom. And we will see you soon. Good night.
It wasn't me.